Alton Towers have submitted planning application for a very peculiar looking building somewhere that is also very peculiar, and that is set to house a brand new attraction. They've also given us a very big sneak peek at the Nemesis site. Not in the daytime this time, but at night. And my god, it does look incredible. So I'm here today because I'm going to cover those things. I thought, you know what, I've been covering Nemesis for so long. I talked about the lighting prior and I was like, what can it look like in the dark? And now we've got what it's going to look like, so I need to talk about that. I just love lighting, you know. I love being flashbanged as I go on a roller coaster. But that and the fact there's a brand new attraction coming to the park, I can't not make a video on it. And if you do enjoy this shorter video covering these updates, then please be sure to subscribe to the channel. It'd be greatly appreciated. So then we shall begin with the thing that the park have actually shown us officially, and that is the Nemesis Reborn at night sneak peek. Now obviously we've seen various different images whilst it was being constructed of, you know, the outside of it, from the outside of the site, from outside the park, from outside the trees, from outside the world. And those coverages have been at both day and night, although we haven't seen as much nighttime stuff. I just mainly remember walking to Forbidden Valley and seeing everyone think something was going to happen at 8 PM on closing day, and nothing ever happened. But Nemesis still looked very cool, I guess. Either way, as much as we have seen so far, we have not seen anything like this. These images were given in a press release by Towers, and oh my god, they look insane. And they look so insane, in fact, that they've even dropped a video in there, and I've seen part of it, but I've not actually watched the whole thing, so I'm quite excited to give this a watch. Here we go then. This is the first look drone footage, and I've seen this shot in the photos, which I assume the photos they sent were also just screen grabs from this video. Anyway, see the really cool spikes there with the veins running down the side and that track. Oh, the lift hill. It's music to my ears. But there it goes. I love that train design, you know. Going up the black and veiny lift hill. Oh, look at that. That's so cool. Hang on. There's been a continuity error. How can the train be there whilst it is also on the track? Alton Towers, you have been myth busted. No, this is so cool. I can't even lie. Like, jokes aside, that spine bit. Oh, here we go. The searchlights. Oh, they went off. That's quite interesting that you pass through it with the searchlights on and then they switch off behind you. That is really cool. Look at all the smoke. That's insane. It looks so good. There it goes. Even at that lighting. Oh, there's the helicopter. Whoa. This thing is insane, man. Another shot of the helicopter. Oh, look, it has a smoke effect coming out of it. I think we saw that in the first shot, but yeah, look at that. Got a Phalanx logo on the side. That's so cool. Down into the pit of the loop. That's so much faster than before. You remember than the original testing footage? It was just like... But no, this is mental. Look at that. Oh, of course they cut it before you can actually see the station eye. Of course they do that. But yeah, that looks so cool at night. And I remember them doing the Wicker Man promo at night, and it was sort of like, oh, that'll be really cool at Scarefest. The fact we get to ride this on opening day at night time, it's going to be so cool. I'm so incredibly amazed and equally as hyped for this complex beast. Either way, that is the new Nemesis lighting. But what about this brand new attraction? Pretty much the park have submitted planning applications for a brand new attraction to come to the park in a very interesting place. And as much as we have no idea what it's going to be yet, we can kind of gauge an idea on it due to the fact the shape of the building pretty much gives it away. I mean, before that as well, we are getting a new attraction anyway this year. No, not Nemesis, for God's sake. I'm talking about the dungeons replacement, because the divisional director did say recently that they're redoing the dungeons to have some form of Scarefest overlay, or turn that into a new Scarefest attraction as a whole, which that in itself is very exciting, although rest in peace Black Wall boat ride. However, we can put that aside for a second, because this new attraction that I'm going to talk about today is in a completely different place, and it may be completely different. Once again, as always, a massive shout out to Towers Times for finding this first. I mean, the fact that you found it so quick, someone on that team must just live on that planning application page. But they basically found an application for a brand new attraction inside a building located where the sort of service roads are between Subterra and the Curse at Alton Manor. Mostly next to Curse. Plan to have an entrance and exit path from opposite the toilet block, but the fact it's all the way back there means it's very out of the way. So that begs the question, what could this be? Is it a brand new indoor roller coaster? Is it a brand new flat ride? A brand new dark ride? Probably none of the above, because if you are an avid theme park enjoyer, you can clearly see that this building is made of 6 containers and a massive semicircular tent looking thing in the middle. And what does that look the exact same as? Survival games at Thorpe Park. Please, for the love of God, do not give us a survival games clone. It does look a lot like this is going to be something similar to survival games, if not a Scarefest maze site. And if that is true, that is quite cool, because that means we're going to get a permanent maze placement right there instead of in some random marquee that they usually use for hospitality. And that building should stay for a very long time, because I know survival games at Thorpe Park was a very expensive build, so if this is anything like it, which it'll probably be even more, then I'm sure it will stay for a while. Like I said, instead of being in that hospitality suite, maybe they're moving Daz Games Panic into that building. Or maybe because it's right next to Curse, they could be doing an Emily Alton scare maze. That'd be amazing. Or they could even be doing a Phalanx one, but it wouldn't be inside the Phalanx facility of Forbidden Valley, would it? So that wouldn't make sense. Heck, it could even be Rita relocated inside a dark space. You just don't know. Be sure to leave your thoughts on this new attraction and the new lighting for Nemesis down below, and make sure you subscribe. Bye bye.